Moving from the Nintendo Switch OLED to the Nintendo Switch 2, this has probably got to be the most disappointing launch and experience that I've ever had to deal with. Let's talk about it. Why was this so disappointing to me? Well, the console itself, I haven't opened it yet, so I can't really explain right now my experience with the console. We would get to that later on in the video. But what was disappointing is the process of getting this console. So, of course, just a quick recap: when we started back when the pre-orders first came out, it was a madhouse trying to get it midnight launch. Even me, I was frustrated. I couldn't take it anymore. Literally, when it went online, it felt like 3 seconds later, and then you couldn't do anything. Everything kept crashing. Best Buy wasn't up, and there was nothing you can do about it. So the next best option for me was to go to one of my local GameStops. And one of them opened at 11 o'clock, or I'm not sure if all of them open that way, but the one in my area opens up at 11. And I went up there, I got in line. It wasn't difficult at all. I did it around my lunchtime at work, and I was able to secure a console, no problem. I was 44th person in line. They had 75 consoles, so we were good to go. Okay. Now, the disappointing part is I was expecting, it's been a while since I've done a midnight launch release. Okay. And what I was expecting was pure nostalgia, get to meet new people, have a good time, maybe play some music. I was going to take my camera with me, record my experience while I was there, and just have a good time and just get that old feeling back of the Modern Warfare 2, the Halo days where we used to go to the store and we used to get these things, right? So, but that did not happen this time. So I went to bed. I scheduled myself to wake up at 11, leave the house about 11:05. It was raining like crazy, and when I finally got there about 11:15, the line was through the roof. And it looked like people had tents. They were camping in front of the store. They just had to get this thing right now, which I wasn't tripping. My switch is paid off. Now, I got to explain something to you real quick. I purchased this thing in payments, right? So I locked it down with a payment that I made, and then I went back about 3 times and made payments towards my pre-order. It's the reason why I'm telling you this. So what happened was when I got in line, the nostalgia was there. I was meeting people. We were having a good time. We started talking about other consoles, what's our favorite games, just that I'm promoting my channel, getting new subscribers. And then it comes around to, so they go, well, what's your number? And I go, well, what do you mean, what's my number? It's like, your number. I said, well, when I came to pre-order, I was 44. They go, no, you need a number for your receipt. Do you have your receipt? So I showed them my receipt. And then they were like, you should probably get your number because that's how you get your console. And I go, well, but my console's paid off. I don't know anything about a number. So after, let's say, 40 minutes of me sitting here in the pouring rain, the GameStop guy finally comes around. He goes, and I just asked him, hey, do I need a number? He goes, yes. I said, okay, well, how do I get it? Well, you're supposed to get a phone call. I said, okay, I didn't, but I came here and I made a bunch of payments. And he goes, well, somebody should have told you. Nobody's ever told me that. I said, well, I've been here about 3 or 4 times to pay this off, and nobody told me about a number. So, excuse me. So when I go back and forth with him about the whole situation, he basically tells me, you ain't getting your console tonight. I had these plans. I wanted to make a video. I was recording people. I was having a good time. And that just shot me down. I was so irritated. So then there were other people online that didn't know about the number that they're supposed to have just to get their console. And I guess what I couldn't vibe with is the fact that I pay this thing in full. You tell me my stuff is in there. I'm in line to get it. I'm guaranteed it, and you're telling me I can't get it right now. Now, I was a little disappointed because for one, I'm wet. It's raining. I was out there. I have to be to work in the morning. I have a normal job, and I had to leave. Right. So I was a little upset. And on top of that, he told me that, well, our system did go down for the calls. This is what he said. I don't know if this is the way GameStop was doing it, but he said that they, I mean, I don't know what to call it. The system went down for a couple hours. I was supposed to call people. And I guess I was one of the ones that didn't get the phone call or didn't get the message, didn't get an email, didn't get a memo. Right. And that's what really upset me. And then the simple fact is there are people there that were still trying to pay for their console, and mine was paid off. And you telling me it's right there. So then I ask them, you guys are not going to sell my console, are you? Because I didn't pay all this money for me not to get something. He goes, nope, it's guaranteed for you to be there. Okay. So the next day, which is today, I go back. I ask the clerk, I'm here for my switch. He gives it to me. So then he goes, would you like a warranty? I said, well, does this come with a warranty? I haven't done my research yet. He says, no, I haven't even opened this up yet to even see if there's a warranty paperwork in here. I've seen unboxings. I didn't really see anybody have any paperwork in the unboxings. Maybe I missed it. I'm not sure. But he tells me that there is no warranty with the Switch. So I didn't even expect to pay another 50 something dollars for a 1 year warranty from now until then. And then he tried to sugarcoat it and say, well, I'll give you a screen protector on top of it. That's not going to help me. But whatever. I bought the warranty because I don't want anything to happen. But I just feel like even if something happens with the way this thing is selling right now, I probably won't even get another Switch until one's available if something was to happen to this thing. So it's kind of like you're up the creek without a paddle at any moment. It's just the fact that you don't have to pay it. We just don't know when we're going to give you another Switch or when we're going to fix it or replace it. Excuse me. So then I finally asked, do you have the camera for the Switch? And they had one left. So I was like, fine. So then they brought it out, and what really got on my nerves, well, I was really pissed. I don't know if you guys can see it, but my box is damaged, right? So I'm going through all of that, and I'm like, do you have a better box? And here's what really threw me off. All the boxes are damaged. A lot of them are worse than yours. You actually have the best one. And I'm like, dude, okay. I'm not trying to be picky here, but I wanted a good experience purchasing this console. Okay. And I didn't get that. I was really looking forward to it. It's pretty disappointing. And I just hope that, stores in general, this internet ordering in general, I hope that one day that it's an actually smooth experience like the old days where you don't have to go and just be dealing with a lot of headache just trying to buy something. It makes no sense. Okay. So story time over with. Let's get this unboxed and let's go through it. I'm not going to go through a deep unboxing. There's a ton of videos online about of unboxing this. So it's going to be a quick unboxing. I'm going to get my first impressions and then we're going to go from there. All right, here's the Switch 2. Let's go ahead and get this open. Oh, by the way, if you wanted a closer shot of the damaged part of my box, this is what I was kind of upset about. I just kind of wanted something that looked nice and not like this. Okay, so maybe when another Switch, themed model come out, maybe I'll trade this one in, get that, and hopefully I get better packaging. All right, let's get this thing open. All right, the contents of the box, you have your Switch, the console, you have your reddish Joy-Con, and you have your bluish Joy-Con, okay? And coming out the box, looks like you have some sort of paperwork, right? Oh, okay, here's the paperwork. I don't want to show you my Mario code. So here we go. Safety information. Again, I don't know if warranty is all in there. HDMI cable and the the clamps that goes on when you want to do this thing in mouse mode. Okay, set that over there. Here's your power brick. Okay, here is your turn into a controller. It actually feels pretty. I still hate this, by the way. I hate that design, so I'll probably get a Pro Control later. Here is the cord that goes to the there we go, to the power brick to charge the Switch. Okay, and then the dock itself. Okay, which is pretty cool. Real thick. Of course, it's much bigger than the, I guess about the same size as just the thickness here, right? Okay, and that's all that comes in the box. Okay, so let's put that to the side. Well, I don't know if anybody's done this, but we can do box comparisons. So what's funny is this one's much taller, and this one is just thicker by a, can I get that in the camera? By a hair right here, right there. Okay, sorry, right there. Okay, and it's funny enough that the console's bigger, but it's in a smaller box. But this one has a little bit more height. Okay, so now let's look at the switches together. So let's get this out the bag. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Now this is my first time experiencing the console itself ever. Oh, I like that. Oh, this is actually nice. Wow. Man, it is thin. It is thin. Now, what I'm seeing up front, I wish this had grips in the back, so I'm looking forward to third-party manufacturers to go ahead and give you the grips on the back, because I did the same thing with this one. Okay, this one has the grips, and it feels really good to hold in my hand. And then having them, side by side, you can tell the sheer difference of, of size. So this is a plus. It does feel much better, more ergonomic, but I still feel like that my wrists would get cramped using this. I still like this better with this third-party case that I have on here. So I like that. And man, those wow, those Joy-Cons are really sturdy. I am surprised. Wow, okay. And then you have your kickstand. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. The analog sticks feel much better. Oh yeah, they feel much better. They still have that loose feeling to it. To me, that's my opinion. But I do like how they feel. The buttons are very clicky, just like these are. Yeah, they're still clicky. So yeah, I like that. All right, that's a quick unboxing, quick comparison. I don't want to dive too much into it. I'm looking forward to them having a case that I can possibly put my Switch games in the back of. But yeah, I like what I see. This is nice. So I got a couple questions about this. So let's dive into one of my biggest questions. All right, before I move on, I forgot. Let's unbox the camera. I don't know if this is going to be special. I really haven't seen anybody unbox this at the time. There's probably videos out there now. So let's dive into this and see what comes with it. And of course, I got the sticky stuff. Ah, come on. Don't fight me. There we go. Don't rip my box. Don't rip my box. Okay. I got one. And come on. Ah, please don't fight me. Really? Sorry, guys, about the video. There we go. All right. So let's get this out of here. All right. Nothing else is in there. And how do I get this out of here? Okay, so this comes with a USB-C to C cable and the camera itself. So let's get this out the bag. And here we are. There's the camera for you. Okay. Has really good grip at the bottom. This was not a necessity. I kind of just wanted it to try out the game chat feature. So that's kind of why I chose that. And of course, I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, it's pretty dark. The USB-C cable plugs at the bottom right here. And it looks like there's a little bit of cable management hook right here. So there's the camera for you with that. And of course, I don't know if anybody's interested, but the USB-C cable that it comes with. So, all right, now I am finished with the unboxing. Let's play around with this thing a little bit. All right, I finally got the Switch 2 all set up. It's good to go. I love how this thing feels. So the only thing that I'm really going to be nitpicky about is the setup process. And what's crazy is it's actually easy, but I hate what I had to do. So I purposely charged both my Switches up at the same time to 100% for the fact of me not having to plug it up when I'm ready to transfer my data. And I still it still required a power cord for both to plug into a wall. So I had to go and unplug everything from my dock, take it over to my table that's over here, and make sure I was close enough to a power cord for both of them, keep them both together, and then let them do the data transfer. Now, what I didn't like about the data transfer is that you don't get to pick all your library of what you want on your Switch. So if you got, over 30, 40 games or whatever, hopefully you brought your SD card early and it transferred everything and utilized the storage effectively. Luckily, I don't have any games that I play on the Switch. But it downloaded everything. You can't pick and choose. So what I have to do is everything that it did download, like demos and trials or whatever, I gotta go back in there and I gotta delete those things and get them off the Switch. So I have a couple questions about the Switch. I purposely did not watch a lot of other YouTube videos because I wanted my own thing. I wanted my own impression about it. I wanted to ask my own questions and I want to spoil it for myself. So, and this is not a deep dive into any technical information. A couple of big questions I have. I have two monitors, right? One in front of me. I got a 1440p monitor on this side, and I got another 1440p on this side, and they're both 32 inches, and one of them runs at 165 hertz, the other one is at 144 hertz, and they're both HDR. So I got some decent monitors. I want to know for my first question is, can I plug up the Switch without the dock to display out? And the only reason I'm asking that is because it would be nice to not always have to put it in the dock, but to plug it in the top port. It doesn't have to be the highest specs. I can still hold my Switch, and because my monitors are not far from me, and the cord is right here in front of me. A second question is, if I dock this thing to my 1440p monitor, will this display in 1440p? So that's kind of where I'm at with this, and I'm going to check that out right now. All right, here's the front view of my computer of what I was explaining earlier of my two monitors. So what I want to do now at this point, I want to unplug my USB-C video out, which plugs up to this monitor, and plug it up to the switch on the top port. So I'm going to take this out and plug this up here. Now, I don't know if it's going to do any video out. I'm curious to see. And it does not look like it. Okay, so that answers my first question. And I'm sorry, not that monitor. I meant this monitor over here. Okay, so let's go to the dock and let's see if it would display out in 1440p. Okay, now I've unplugged my HDMI cord out of my laptop that's here. I want to know if this will display in 1440p. So I got the dock's right here. So let's see what happens when I put this in a dock. Now this is my monitor. This is my 1440p monitor. And here we go. So it says connected TV supports HDR. If you set up HDR, game visuals will be enhanced, vivid color display. To change display settings later, go to the home menu, then go to system settings, display, adjust. Okay, all right. Well, let me pull my Joy-Cons off. Oh, that's so much easier. Okay, so let's go to adjust. And I mean, I guess I'll just leave it here. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, next. This is how brightness will look during gameplay. I like that. All right, it's complete. So let's see if I can find out what resolution I'm running. This actually looks really good. And will they show me what this is running? Display. And resolution. Haha, here we go. 1440p. I am happy. That makes me happy. Okay, so at this portion of the video, I have a gaming headset. I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this already, but these are the Soundcore, I believe, V20 Pros, and they've been real good with me on my PlayStation and my other devices, my cell phone and everything. And it comes with a dongle. So on the inside of here, uh, comes with a dongle, and of course the two headsets. So I want to be able to put this in my ear and then take this at the top of the switch and see if it will display out. Okay, so now I heard the tone to let me know it's connected. Let's see if this plays it out. And it does not sound like it. Let me come on, load up. Yeah, it's not displaying out. So I'm pretty sure you have to get proprietary or supported. Ooh, that's loud. Okay, here we go. Probably have to get supported uh that's supported by Nintendo headsets, earbuds, whatever. So these earbuds would not work on the Switch 2. So that kind of answered one of my other questions. I wish it would have, but now that means I got to make another purchase of, what headsets or what Bluetooth or whatever will support on here. All right, we're at the end of my video, and I just really wanted to kind of talk about my experience of picking this up. I really hated it because I wanted to do the midnight launch. I was really looking forward to it, and I didn't get nothing out of it. I had to pick this up the next day. So that was a little bit disappointing. And it's not just Nintendo, it's Microsoft, it's Sony, it's anything something comes out new, you got to battle with scalpers online. It's not smooth. Or now with this midnight launch stuff, there's always these rules, and I don't remember all this in the Modern Warfare 2 days or the Halo days, and all those other things that used to come out back then. It used to be fun and enjoyable, meet new people and all that stuff, and I didn't really get nothing out of that. So but I guess the big question is, was this an okay pickup for me? Yeah, I think it was pretty okay, because I'm a gamer, so I picked it up on the simple fact of always, because I've bought every single console that's ever came out since I was born in the 80s. So from Nintendo, NES, all the way up to now, I've had every single one of them. And this is just kind of the next thing. I more so PC game, and then a lot of my friends do console game. So I do get on the console every now and then just because they have it. Not everybody's a PC gamer. And now that crossplay is kind of a thing now these days, I would prefer to play on my PC and to kind of just, I just love PC better. You just do more with it, Do I think this is next gen? Hardware wise, compared to the Switch 1, yeah, because it upgrades everything, as far as the GPU, CPU, the Joy-Cons, the feel of the console, the dock, everything has been upgraded. Now, is this next gen when it comes to graphic and software wise? They're kind of using the same thing, but I'm happy that everything is much faster, much snappier. It runs at 120 hertz. It has a higher graphics card, so everything's much faster. So I enjoy that, so, but I'm getting a little bit deeper into the handheld market. And my next purchase that I'm looking into is the Lenovo Legion Go 2 when that comes out. So I hope that I won't have the same experience that I did when I picked up the Switch. Hopefully I can get this thing online. If not, I will get it eventually. But other than that, please like, subscribe, share my video. I don't get to, push out videos as much as I would like to. I still have a normal job. So I would love for you. I have so many ideas for the channel. And the more you guys watch, the more you guys subscribe, will take my channel to the next level. And one day I would love to be able to do just YouTube strictly and push out videos more than just once or twice or 3 times a week. So we'll get there one day. Continue to tune in, continue to kind of watch what the channel is going through. I'm still working on my Discord channel. But other than that, keep gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.